Hey, good Monday morning, guys. It is still fairly early. It is 9:15. I've already had my shower, got my little bit of makeup on, and the hair's still wet. But I thought I would just get it over with early. I have a lot of things to do today. I finished 10 cards between Saturday and Sunday morning. Last night and this morning, I finished these. I'll give you a little hint. Farmhouse cards. And I have another batch. I'm hoping to get started on this morning. Then I got a video to do for vintage stuff and things. And then I have a lot of running around to do because it's my last day off before I go to Texas. So I thought I'd come and I saw a whole video from the 99-cent store, and I don't even know if we have a 99-cent store. So I Googled it, and we do. So I have to go to the 99-cent store now. I also have been binging more of the Crazy Lamp Lady, and I already knew about Goodwill bins, which are like, I don't even know how to explain it. But it's like Goodwill on massive steroids. And I was thinking about going there, but I probably don't have time, but we'll see. But I did Google where it's at. My dog is terrified of the vacuum cleaner, like terrified. I vacuumed in here yesterday, and after I was done and she came back in here, she like crawled up in my lap halfway on my table and was like hugging me like, save me. So normally when the cleaning lady would do it, she wasn't here. But okay. Oh my goodness. We have a lot of comments on the last vlog. Let's go do that. All right. So Karen, Small Crafting Big Fun, says, wow, that vet daycare, it's a scam to get more money. They are unbelievable. They just didn't like Shiva, and you shouldn't have been concerned if they treated her right. No notice, take your dog, don't come back. Rena, you wrote a great review. Sorry you had to go through that. Downtown was awesome, and the mountain backdrop beautiful. I don't remember reading anybody saying anything about going to, one person about Wicked. Thank you for that comment. And I agree. Lisa Murray says, I have a Mastiff that's about the same age, and he being nasty too. And then she corrected it. It says naughty. I meant not nasty. Naughty. Yes, naughty. Naughty is the word that we use when we have to tell a customer their dog was bad. We use naughty because naughty just sounds kind of like mischievous bad instead of just bad. So, okay. All right. This was, okay. Karen Rutter says, the daycare should have given you notice. This is just common courtesy. Your review is great because you explained your dissatisfaction, and hopefully someone with authority will read it and will use it to improve their business or at least discuss it with the staff. And on that note, what I want to say is when I have someone who is angry about something, and fortunately we don't have too many incidents where customers are angry at the shop. But occasionally we have a situation where somebody has a valid reason. I had a lady a couple years ago. She'd been coming to me for like 8 or 9 years with 3 huskies. Well, apparently, now I know other staff members have told her her dogs were very difficult and that one of her dogs did try to bite on a regular basis. And this previous employee told me, I told that lady we used a muzzle and she didn't have a fit. But one time I had a newer employee that put a muzzle on the dog, and the dog like clawed and clawed and clawed. And we were working on the dog. Okay. We don't put a muzzle on when they're in the kennel. So she's working on the dog, and the dog's like clawing, trying to get it off, and the dog injured its eye. That was a valid reason, because that staff member should have notified me, hey, Rena, I have a muzzle on this dog. It's like clawing at itself. I'm afraid it's going to hurt itself. What should I do? And then I would say, stop. That's all we're going to do today. It's not going to sit there and hurt itself. Sorry, the camera's moving. Okay, there we go. I was like, so that lady had a valid reason to be upset. Not that we used the muzzle, but that we didn't stop the situation so the dog wouldn't hurt itself. And when we have a situation like that, I do like to have a meeting. I do like to talk to the whole group, and I like to explain, this is what happened. This is why it shouldn't have happened. And this is why it will never happen again. So yeah, you know, when you have a business that replies and says, you know, I heard your complaint. I am going to discuss it with my staff. We are going to implement policies to avoid this ever happening again. You know, it gives validation to your complaint, and it also makes you feel like, wow, they cared enough to try to fix it in the future, and they don't fire you over it. Of course, even if they called me and said, hey, we'll give you a free month of daycare, I wouldn't take her. Sweetwater Cards. Okay, Sweetwater Cards is a new subscriber. She says, I have been watching many of your different projects you have done. I especially love your cards and albums. I started watching them about 5 months ago. Now, when I say she's a new subscriber, I mean, I've been on YouTube for I don't know, 5 years maybe. So she's only been watching 5 months. So that's fairly new. Sorry, I had to think about that. I know the camera is moving. I can see it, and it's because I'm moving my desk. Let me put my arm down here. Okay. I have learned so much from you. You may not realize it, but you're a great teacher. And it's funny that she would say that, because I have always felt like a terrible teacher, because I find it difficult to teach people to groom. Even though I've taught many people, my issue is that people watch me groom and they're like, wow, you make it look so easy. And then they get started and they're like, it's not easy. So sometimes I think this stuff I might make look easy. And to me, it's easy. But to someone starting out, it may not be easy. So thank you for telling me I'm a good teacher. I have been so inspired by you. I'm just starting out, and I started pretty much without supplies. Well, so did I. What's weird, here's the story behind me starting to craft. Okay, well, let me take it back. I've been crafting for most of my adult life, but on a tiny scale, okay? About 12 or 14 years ago. How long have I owned this house? 6, 7, 8. About 10 or 12 years ago. 12 years ago. 12. That's right, 12. My BFF in Texas had a man that called her, and he was like, I would like to bring you something. My wife passed away, and sorry, text message. My wife passed away, and she left a bunch of stuff, and there's a box of something I'd like to bring you. And she was like, okay. Hope it's not scary dolls or something. But he brought a box full of crafty papers and die cuts and flowers and things to craft with. And I don't know why he felt like giving that to her, but he did. And so we started talking about the stuff that she got. And we started going on eBay and seeing that people actually sell their crafts and stuff. So that's kind of how both of us got into this world of crafting. And so I literally would buy stuff for one project. And I would go to Hobby Lobby. I would go to Michael's. I actually didn't go to Michael's much. I didn't really like Michael's in the beginning. I liked Hobby Lobby. Look what mug I'm using. It's gonna snow. Yes, it's gonna snow here tonight. Not a lot, but it's gonna snow. So anyway, so I would buy for one project at a time. And it kind of sucked. Because sometimes I would buy what I thought I needed, and then I wished I had something else, and then I'd have to go back. So eventually, and fortunately, I had the financial means to do it. When I would go to buy for one project, I would buy as much extra things that were used commonly that I would start building my stash. I would get into swaps. In the beginning, I would swap with people. I would create things for them and they would create things for me. And usually when you do that, you send extra crafty stuff, like you would send, some of this, and you would send some doilies, and you would send, whatever, sequins or bows, or you would send extra stuff. And that helped me build my stash. And then when I started attracting the attention of some companies and they asked me to design for them, I would get an allowance every month to purchase items to craft with to promote them. And a lot of times when I did that, I would get what I would get for free for creating the projects, and then I would buy extra stuff. And that would help me build my stash. So that's kind of how I have gotten to the point where I've grown my stash. I used to have all plastic storage. I still have some plastic right back here. But gradually over time, I've gotten some IKEA stuff, like this dresser over here is IKEA. That pink shelving unit is IKEA. And then this is Michael's, and that's Michael's. Oh yeah, this piece is IKEA. And then over here, and somebody has been asking, Dana Imos, is that you? Has been asking about the flower storage. These are my containers for flower storage, and those are Michael's. Michael's. And then up there, that top one is an IKEA shelf. So, okay, I didn't plan on going there today, but okay. So little by little, I'm getting, or she's talking about the supplies. I'm just starting out, and I started pretty much without supplies. Little by little, I'm getting them. So that's how I explained how I also little by little got my stash built up to massive Michael's store in my house. You know all the things that add that special touch. Well, thank you. It didn't come naturally. I remember the first bunch of cards I created and sold on eBay. It was early in December, and I listed them, and I think I sold all of them. And then I made another batch, and none of them sold. And I was like kind of crying on my friend's shoulder, and she was like, yeah, but all your cards look the same. They're like the same card with a different image or a different, character that you colored or something. And another funny thing was, one year, my friend Pam used to always give me a gift certificate to a cherry on top. That was my $100 gift certificate every year. And one year she was like, you need to start using Copic markers. And I watched a few videos and I was like, holy crap, those things are like $5 to $7 a piece. No way. So she's like, I want you to use my $100 gift certificate to buy Copics. So I did, and that's how I got started Copic coloring. I have my own channel, obviously, but I have not done any recordings. I consider myself like a student. You have made a difference in my life. That, honestly, is amazing to me, because I watch And I used to not watch a lot of channels where it was kind of like vlogging videos of their life kind of channels. But I think the first one I started was Follow Your Daydream, and that was a camping channel. And they put out a video every Sunday evening. So I do watch them. Um, I have seriously fallen in love with Curiosity Inc. Like, I am so happy that that guy puts out multiple videos a week because I just need to see what's going on with him and his family. So I love that. Um, what else do I watch? Crazy Lamp Lady is kind of like vlogging, but it's also like teaching me about how to shop at Goodwill and find the things that have value to them. For me, I don't imagine ever learning all the different types of china or the different pottery makers or anything like that. I just imagine picking up things that I think somebody would enjoy having in their home. It doesn't matter to me if it has like this financial value. To me, it's like a spiritual value. It's just like, I love that. I have to have it. That's my direction. But anyway, so I watch channels where I feel like people make a difference in my life. There's another person. His name is Austin Burke, and he does movie reviews and some television show reviews. He doesn't review The Walking Dead, which really bothers me, but I watch him, and even if I don't care about what he's reviewing, because I just like him, Austin Burke is his name. And he's adorable, and I want to adopt him because he is just, if you guys, I mean, just search Austin Burke and watch like just a piece of his video. He is so adorable. I just love him. So thank you for telling me I make a difference in your life, because it makes me understand, because I feel like other channels make a difference in my life. And so now it's kind of gone full circle. So thank you for that. Donna Vintage Snippets says you can also contact your Better Business Bureau. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go that far, but thank you for that suggestion. I don't go there. I don't go there to think of that. So, if it was that bad, I mean, like if they had hurt her or something like that, certainly I probably would have thought of that. But anyway, Carla Keenan, great vlog. This is funny, Carla. You've been busy. So sad to hear about doggy daycare. Now I'm going to play devil's advocate about firing your housekeeper. Didn't you do the same thing to her that the vet did to you? No notice of extra services needed? Maybe she had a packed day that day and didn't have time to address those issues. Maybe you should have contacted her earlier to make those arrangements if extra services. Just a thought. Happy painting day, Carla. Okay, this is funny. First, let me say, fair assessment. But, and this is my reply to Carla, I said the extra stuff was stuff that should ordinarily be done, like dust the front of the dresser, not just the top, and empty all the trash cans and not just the kitchen. I'll go more into it on the next vlog. She says, well, that's not extra stuff. For her, it was extra stuff because she hadn't been doing it. To me, she was like a super nice lady. I enjoyed her company when she was here and I was here. And she was very friendly. And we chatted about dogs. And there were times where I'd be like, can you let the dogs in when you leave? And she always did and stuff like that. But I think she was a little sloppy. So like she would come and like where the soap is in the shower thing, because Honey uses like massive amounts of soap. And he leaves it like soppy wet and it like runs down the side. And so she would come and she would clean and stuff. And when I would go in there to shower that night, there's still soap scum. So did she clean the shower? The rest of it looked like she had. Like the mat had come up and she had gotten like whatever my hair was there, she had, and she had wiped down the spout and stuff like that. You could tell, but why was the soap scum still there? So I would go in the kitchen, I'd get some cleaner, I'd get a scrub brush and I'd scrub the soap scum off. So I was like, if I can get it off, why can't you get it off? And the other thing was she would dust the top of the dresser, but she wouldn't dust the front of the dresser. And there was dust on the front of the dresser and it looked bad. Then there was one day, we have this big cowhide on the wall behind our bed. And there was like a ton of dust on it. And I was like, hey, I got this tool for you so you could clean the cowhide. And she looks up at it and goes, oh, wow, I never noticed that. Not the cowhide, the dust. It's like, what? You're a housekeeper. And then she would empty the kitchen trash, but she wouldn't empty like my craft room trash or the bathroom trash or the bedroom trash. And so I left her a note. I was like, could you please, do these things? These are things that should be done every time. She's here for 4 hours. Okay? And in here, all I ask her to do is vacuum. In the guest room, all I ask her to do is vacuum. I think one time I asked her to dust. Sometimes it's like, don't even go in there. It's storage right now. So she pretty much does nothing in there. And in Honey's office, because he doesn't really like like people messing with his stuff, it's like, just vacuum in there. Also, in this bathroom right here and in his bathroom, Honey's bathroom in the office, it's like, nobody showers in there. You don't have to clean the tubs. She's here 4 hours. She doesn't clean ceiling fans. I've asked her, can we bring in a ladder? Will you clean the ceiling fans? My cleaning lady that was here for 11 years, the one that disappeared after Trump won the presidency, because I'm pretty sure she was illegal and she knew I was a Trump supporter, so she disappeared. There's a weird circle on. That's weird. Okay, well, whatever. She did that. She like folded a little toilet paper on the end like a hotel. It was so cool. Anyway, I just loved her and I wished she didn't leave and I wished she wasn't, worried I was going to turn her in or anything like that. So that's what I meant about extra stuff. It wasn't really extra stuff. It was normal stuff. Okay, pretties from Pamela. I have been a lifelong Wizard of Oz fan. Me too. And I loved Wicked. I've seen it twice, with the first time being in New York. I did read the book first and listen to the soundtrack, so that helped. I came away with the feeling that the witch wasn't so very wicked at all. Okay. But she did wicked shit in The Wizard of Oz. She was pretty wicked in The Wizard of Oz. So I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. The thing shows that she's not really wicked, but she was wicked during The Wizard of Oz. Really wicked. So please, Pamela, explain that to me. But I'm sure everyone has a different take on it. Well, apparently I did. She says, I belong to several different Wizard of Oz clubs, and it seems that there, too, people have different feelings about Wicked. I wanted to learn how she really became wicked. And if the title of the play is Wicked, but she really wasn't that wicked at all, then why is it called Wicked? And what was the purpose of the play to teach us why she was wicked? So there you go, Pamela. Answer me that, please. I'm just curious. I'm not trying to be argumentative. I just really want to get it. Patricia Herrera. I'm like you. I like storms and stormy days too. Honey had a horse named Stormy. I don't know why I just said that. It's very cloudy out. We have 90% chance of precipitation today, and they're calling for snow tonight. Find another daycare for Shiva. She needs it. She does need it. But this is the thing about doggy daycare. They are all massively booked. Like, so full and have a waiting list a mile long. And they're expensive. This one that we were going to, if you bought 10 days at a time, I think it was $25 for a full day and $18 for a half day. That doesn't sound like a lot for one day. But when you do 3 days a week, that's $75 a week. That's $300 a month. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, I'm not sure. I've been taking her with me every day, and that's what's just going to happen. Is she's going to go to our little doggy daycare at the shop. Fortunately, it's a nicer time of year that she can spend time in our outdoor area with Rizzo. But I can't put her with any of the other daycare dogs, so we have to rotate them, and it's kind of a pain in the butt, but that's what we're doing for now. I told you last time I commented that Rizzo, the cocker, is my favorite. She is so sweet and cute, and you groom her so beautifully. Well, thank you. I love her too. And she puts up with a lot of bullshit from Shiva. Not always like on purpose that Shiva's being bad, but just that Shiva's being a large dog puppy. I hope your trip to your mom's goes well and you enjoy yourself. We keep a vehicle here for my son when he visits from California too, as he flies home when he comes, but I don't blame your mom for letting hers go. She kept it actually for a while, for me to use when I was there, but she finally just said, and she gave it to my niece, so that was nice. And my mom's very generous, so she's like, just get a rent-a-car, I'll pay for it. Date night in sounds good. Mel Gibson, ? Dances with Wolves. Yes. No, not Mel Gibson. Oh. He was Wyatt Earp too. Oh my gosh, now I have to look it up. Not Mel Gibson. Kevin Costner. Kevin Costner. That's funny. Okay. Yes, I get your crafty mojo strikes at a certain time of day. You produce better than anyone I have seen. Thank you. And so much better than I do. Oh, don't say that. You inspire me. But it hasn't worked for me yet. LOL. Love everything you touch, Rita. Thank you, Patricia. Oh, and then she added another one. She says, and yes, I agree. The daycare facility definitely give notice. Sounds like retribution to me for your complaint, or they are like crooks, disgusting in any regard, as it is sorely unprofessional. All right. Amanda Wireman. I cannot believe how unprofessional the doggy daycare was. Good for you to keeping it professional. I wouldn't have been able to. I was super mad for you. And how cool you got to go see Wicked. And hopefully the dogs are getting along better now. Thanks for the smile today. Yeah, Honey and I think that maybe it was just a weird fluke because we were both in the room together. Honey had just poured the food into the big tub that we have for the food, and Shiva was kind of trying to jump on Honey, and then Rizzo tried to jump on him, and I just think jealousy got the best of her. What do they call that? The green monster? That's what we think. So Kim Ross, Aussie Paper Crafter, says that's scary that Shiva and Rizzo had a fight. I hope you can find another doggy daycare for Shiva so you don't have to worry about the dogs alone together. Again, like I said, we haven't had any other issue whatsoever. And it's like within a few minutes of it happening, Shiva was over licking Rizzo in the face. Like she was like, oh shit, I'm sorry. And so that made me feel better too. I can't believe they told you not to bring Shiva back just because you didn't get the treatment done on the spot. And mentioning that the lady didn't seem happy to see Shiva, that seems ridiculous. I used to be a house cleaner. What was her reason for not doing the things you asked her to do? So I explained that. But the other thing I want to say is even if I did ask her to do extra stuff that she doesn't normally do and she didn't have time to do it, I would have expected her to text me or message me, call me, whatever, and say, hey, I got your note. I'm not able to do that stuff this time, but I will be glad to do it next time. So that's how that should have been handled, even if I did ask her to do stuff she didn't have time to do. Not just normal stuff she should have been doing all along. um, let's see. I used to be a house cleaner. What was her reason? Okay, that's weird. The only time I would skip over some jobs is because I didn't have time, as the client wasn't willing to pay for the extra time. They would just let me know which jobs they wanted me to prioritize during the time that was agreed upon. Totally fair. Totally fair. Barbara Harold. This is the other Barbara Harold. And I read Wicked, the book, and it was strange. I think it's because I've seen The Wizard Oz an awful lot. I agree. I just think that it doesn't work. The play, she dies, but she comes back to life. Doesn't work. Rhonda Jenkins. Rhonda, have you commented before? I don't remember saying Rhonda Jenkins before. The fact that they all of a sudden came up with shots, etc. needed for your dog that day on the heels of you making the complaint tells me they're looking for anything to get Shiva or your family out of there. Well, let me say, it was about a month before about the comment, and everything was good after that. You know, everybody was friendly. It was like chit-chatty when I would pick up. It was all peaches and cream. So it wasn't like that happened and then a few days later the other thing happened. If they keep doing that to customers who complain, eventually they won't have a business for daycare. They have a lot of customers that really like them. I read some of the reviews, and most of the bad reviews were about their prices and the type of stuff that I was talking about. Try to think of it as a blessing in disguise because both you and your husband were feeling like they didn't like your dog. And if that was the case, they were probably not treating her nicely either. On a side note, let me say something about that. So I was talking to the girls at the shop, and they kind of said something similar. Oh, they were probably being mean to her. And I looked at them and I said, do we have dogs that we groom that we don't like? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, are we mean to them? And they were like, well, no. And I said, well, I don't necessarily think right away that if they don't like my dog that they're mean to them. I just would prefer for them to like her and be happy with her. And honestly, for me, I'm learning to be a big dog person. People that work in doggy daycare are accustomed to big dogs and big dog behavior. So I would think that how Shiva acts, they would get it. They would understand that. Anyway, on a side note, I have another dog that comes to visit with us now and then on occasion. She gets into a fight with one of mine. I thought it was jealousy over me, but the more I think about it, there was always food near us when this happened, so I think it was a food issue. Just thoughts. Love your channel. That's very possible, but since we got Shiva, her and Rizzo would eat out of the same bowl. They would eat at the same time out of the same bowl. since Shiva was little. So it seems weird to me that all of a sudden that would become a food issue. And when they get treats, at least when I give them, Rizzo always gets her treat first because she's numero uno, not because I like her better or she's my dog, but because she's the alpha. And the alpha gets fed first. And Shiva has never had an issue with Rizzo getting fed first. So I don't know. I mean, I like the idea to think that maybe that was it, but if that's it, that could be a problem. Katie S. Inspired is the right word. I have been inspired by many of your projects, especially your easel cards and mini albums. That definitely was a scary moment between Shiva and Rizzo, but good on Rizzo for holding her own. Well, thank you for the comment about the inspiration. Apparently, everybody likes the cards and the mini albums. Do you guys not like journals? Should I just not make any journals? Because I don't want to create stuff you don't like. So let me know. Everybody always says mini albums and easel cards. Yeah, I was pretty surprised Rizzo held her own. I mean, I was screaming. I was scared for her, but she did. Yes, love the chicken. The chicken. You were the only one who said anything about the chicken. Honey loved the chicken. I was like, look what I got today, honey. He's like, I like that. I was like, it was only $6.74. He's like, I like it a lot. And the flowers looked pretty too. Have you checked Pinterest for garden ideas? I have. And we have way better plans for over there than what's over there right now. As a matter of fact, we're hoping that next weekend, I have somebody that can come and help start disassembling the waterfall so that we can take down that wall and we can incorporate it all together, and you'll see what we're going to do. But yes, I have checked Pinterest and I have a lot of ideas. And yes, we have a lot of work to do. Great that you sold all your cards. Love the image of the vintage lady. Love the old-fashioned pictures. Those chicken pots on Marketplace looked beautiful and a bargain price. I think they're still for sale. And if they are, I might ask if I can go over there today and get them. Let's see. All right. Okay. Donna's Whimsical Treasures. Glad Shiva isn't going there anymore. We have a sense about things when it comes to our kids and our pets. Don't second guess yourself. If they treated you so rudely, imagine Shiva, who couldn't defend herself. Oh, yes, she could. But I get what you're saying. All things work out for a reason. Find yourself a place that likes dogs. Impossible to have a daycare and care for pets. Glad you went out with Amy. It's good to have friends to go out with. And now that the kids all moved out and hubby works later than you. Oh my gosh. I don't know about going out. I guess if we went out, like we just went out for dinner and I got home by 9 or something, or we went out, went shopping. But that being out till 11:30, not so bueno for me. Oh my gosh, I've almost been talking for 40 minutes and I have a lot to do today that I want to take you guys along with. So I'll see you later. Bye. Back. It's 8 minutes till 5. I've been gone 6 hours. I'm sorry I didn't take you along to any of the stores. But it was cold, it was rainy, and I just didn't feel like it. But I got my hair cut. Oh my gosh. I so love my haircut. I love my haircut. And I got my nails done. So they're not gross anymore. For those of you who were noticing, they were kind of gross. I was waiting until closer to when I was going to my mom's. And I don't know if I need to color or not. Probably so. All right, let me show you what I got. So, what do I show you first? Look, I saw this and I had to have it. It's for my office chair. because I don't sit all the way back in my chair, and it's kind of going to be for lumbar support and because it's beautiful. All right. Everything's falling. Ta-da! Isn't it pretty? Oh my gosh, it's even got gold in it. It's hard to see. This pillow, I got it at TJ Maxx, and it was free. Just kidding. $6.49. It was reduced. So I think it's real pretty, and I like it. Also at TJ Maxx, very deservingly, Rizzo got a new bed, and it's orthopedic because she's getting to be a middle-aged lady. It was only $15, and Batman dog over here has gotten her little bed. No, it's gotten her little bed, Rizzo's bed, and chewed on it. I also got these, and I can't wait to put them on. I have been looking for new slippers. These were $7.99, and they are really soft inside. And I'm gonna put these on as soon as I'm done talking to you. All right. I also went to. Oh wait, I got something else in here. Oh, I got this. I tried on like a bunch of shirts because I needed some shirts to wear to my mom's. And I don't like my arms, so I usually don't get short sleeve stuff. But this was so cute, and it actually looked really good on. And I have a little white, like, it's sweatery, but it's real open knit sweatery, like a little short sleeve, little cover up. Look how cute that is. I love how fluey. So I got that. How much were you? $16.99. All right. At Ross, I got 3 of these. And Honey was just telling me yesterday that he's so discouraged with the backyard that he would really like to do up the front yard. And so I found these. I didn't realize that these two were different. So I'm kind of bummed out about that. I didn't realize that. But I got these, and I got this one's bigger. So this one was $5.99, $5.99, and this one at the bottom was $6.99. But Honey will be happy because he wants hanging baskets out there. All right. So also at Ross, I got this for my mom. Home is where your mom is. And I know Savannah would say that's bullshit, but it is where my mom is. So I thought it was cute, and I wanted to give it to her. I have lots of little things I'm giving my mom as belated Mother's Day. This is one of them. I got this at Tuesday morning. It was $30. But my mom loves angels, and it's a garden angel. So I also got this at Ross. And I normally don't like button-up shirts, but because I'm real busty. But I got this, and I thought I could wear a white cami underneath it, and I could leave it unbuttoned if I needed to. I could wear white or pink underneath it. All right. So I was told Rihanna was wearing size 1 shoes now. But these were 12s, and they're sandals. I'm really hoping they'll fit. They were super cute. $13.99. Really, really cute. Good Lord willing, these will fit. If they don't, I asked if I could take it back to any Ross in the country. He was like, oh, don't you live here? And I was like, yes, I do. All right, so I got my mom 2 more little things. I went to the dollar store. And although I normally wouldn't buy my mom stuff at the dollar store, because my mom's worth a whole lot more than $1, I thought these were also really cute for her garden. And look, aren't they adorable? I like them. And they have angels. And like I said, she loves angels. So, those are for my mom. I'm going to wrap them up real good right now. Put them over here with this. All right, so the dog's made out like a bandit at the dollar store. Because they have these. And these are normally $1.99 at the grocery store. So the dogs will be happy. I really, really, really love raisins in my salad. So I got 2 of those at the dollar store. I also got this book at the dollar store, not for the content, obviously, but I got it for the book to alter. And look what's on the book. Boy, she thinks a lot of herself to put herself on the front and the back. But anyway, this was a nicer size. It's a, it's a good size book. So for $1, I wanted that. All right. I got a couple more of these because they're so uber stinking cute. I painted up a couple already, but no harm in having some more of those. All right. I went to Joann's, and their paper, all of it, all their paper is on sale, 70% off. So I got a bunch of cardstock and a little bit of patterned paper, not very much, but so I got that. I got this because I'm going to make my mom a card, and her name is Grace. So this was like 30 cents. So I got that. And I think this is the last that I got. And I'm not sure, honestly, if I'm going to keep all this stuff because I was really disappointed how much this stuff cost. And I didn't realize I had bought enough to total. Oh, I see what happened. I did not get 70% off my paper. I'm going to have to call. All right. So I got 3 of these. This was the most expensive one, this one right here. And it was $8.99 marked down to $5.49. So I got 2 of those. I got 2 of these. 2 of these. 2 of those. I think I got about 5 or 6 of those. So I got a bunch of plastic succulents. We'll see what happens if I keep those or not. But that's my haul. And it was a good day, but I didn't make it to Walmart. And I didn't make it to the grocery store. And I still have to do that tomorrow. But I got my nails done. And I'm glad that my hair and my nails are done so I can go on my trip. All right. See you guys later. Bye.